Blackthorne is a cinematic platformer developed by Blizzard Entertainment and released on the Sega 32x back in 1995. I'm not that familiar with the cinematic platformer genre, but when I first played Blackthorne, I was immediately reminded of the first couple of Oddworld games. Others will find the similarity more in line with Prince of Persia or Flashback. Again, games I'm not all that familiar with. In any case, unlike traditional side-scrolling action games, Blackthorne feels quite rigid, as if the game doesn't want you to perform any feats of strength a normal human couldn't normally do. Every step Kyle takes is deliberate and seems confined to a grid. Additionally, when you pull out your shotgun, you can no longer run or jump, so you'll spend a lot of time putting your shotgun away, jumping up a ledge, and then pulling out your shotgun. All of this really slows the pace of the game down, but I never found it overly tedious. The combat is also slow and deliberate. When you have your shotgun out, you can hide by pressing up. The enemies also hide. This means you have to stop, learn the shooting pattern of the specific enemy, whether he fires once, twice, or 3 times, and then only come out of the shadows to shoot once it's safe. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it works. To complete a level in Blackthorne, you have to explore every nook and cranny, or you're sure to miss something. This door can only be opened with a bomb, but there is a limited supply of them through the level, so you can't waste any. The levels play out very specifically, and despite their complexity and all of the different items, it's very hard to get lost. The level design here is some of the best I've ever experienced. You need to get the key to open the bridge, to get the remote wasp to blow up this generator, to access the room with the levitator so you can backtrack to the previously inaccessible ledge. It's a style of game I've never really played before, and it's actually quite refreshing. Graphically, Blackthorne isn't going to blow anyone away. It seems to match up well with the PC versions, which I guess is a good thing. The sprites all look nice with that 3D pre-rendered Donkey Kong Country look that was popular in the mid-90s. The environments themselves are detailed enough, and nothing here looks terrible. The music is very atmospheric and does a good job of setting a dark, moody tone. The gunshots and explosions all sound appropriate and has the same high level of quality as the rest of the game. Blackthorne features 5 levels total, but they are pretty massive. Each one should take about an hour to play through, assuming you don't die. If you do die, you'll be taken back to the last checkpoint. This means you might lose 15 to 20 minutes of progress, which is a pretty big bummer. I find Blackthorne a bit tough to review. You either like the style of game or you don't. If you're curious about this style of game, Blackthorne is a good place to start. The Sega 32x version of the game seems to have skyrocketed in price, and I wouldn't recommend paying the $50 for it. The Super Nintendo version also seems to have experienced inflation over the years, commanding around $25 or so. Thankfully, you can play this for free on the PC or Mac from battle.net, which is really awesome. Blackthorne is a bit of an oddity for the Sega 32x. I find it strange that such an obscure quality title was ported over to the Sega 32x in the first place, as the Sega Genesis had a significantly larger user base and the 32x was pretty much dead in the water after its first holiday season. More surprisingly, this 32x version actually has an exclusive level, not found in the other versions. The only way to play this snowy level is by tracking down the 32x cartridge. Overall, Blackthorne is a really great title. The attention to detail here is unmatched. Every ledge, every item, the location of every enemy is perfectly placed. I enjoy the emphasis on exploring and solving puzzles, and the slow pace doesn't bother me at all. I just wish I didn't have to replay 20 minutes of the game when I died. 4 out of 5.